Now I usually use about 1 tablespoon of salt per head of cabbage, but you really, each head of cabbage can be a big difference in weight. So you want to taste it as you go along. So I put about half the cabbage in, and then I put in about half of that tablespoon. Here we go. And I'm just eyeballing it. I'm just going to add it in there, and I'm going to mix it up really good before I put the rest of the cabbage in. Just making sure that it's all coated in that salt somewhat. Then I'm going to add in the rest of the cabbage, or the rest of this head of cabbage. Like I said, I'm going to do a total of 4 heads of cabbage today. And I figure, if you're going to go through the mess of, taking over your whole kitchen, you might as well do it for a large amount. We eat a lot of this sauerkraut. I love it year-round, and everyone who's tried it loves it too. So might as well make a lot, because I give away jars of this sauerkraut. Now, I'm gonna add in a little bit more of the salt. There we go. Now you notice I've left probably 1 teaspoon left. There's 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon, and we use about 1 tablespoon per head of cabbage. But if it's a large cabbage, you can add more. You can also start with less salt and see how you like it. So the real test here is your taste test. So I'm going to mix this up quite a bit, and then I'm going to taste it. You want it salty, not too salty, but you do want to be able to taste the salt. The salt plays a big part in making sure that the bad bacteria does not grow, and it really encourages the good bacteria to grow. Okay, here we go. I'm going to taste a piece. I can taste the salt, but I think it needs a little bit more. Maybe not the entire tablespoon this time, because this was a relatively small head of cabbage. So here we go. Now I'm just going to mix it up, and I'm going to set it to the side. And you'll notice when I first cut the cabbage, it looked dry, and you can see it now. It's starting to look wet. That's because the salt pulls the liquid out of the vegetable, and that's what we want, because when that liquid comes out, that is how the bacteria gets spread throughout the jar of sauerkraut. The good bacteria that is on cabbage already. There we go.